Hi there. It's April 7th and time for Proverbs 7. So here. Well, now today he's talking again about adulterous women. He really wants to drive this point home. It's a huge problem. And it is a huge problem now too, okay? He's trying to drive the point home to find a wife and be only with your wife, okay? Because anything else will get you into trouble, right? And as usual, from every chapter, from chapter 2 to chapter 7, it begins the same, right? Basically the same. My son, keep my words, store up my commands within you, keep my commands, and you will live, right? Guard my teachings as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and to insight, you are my relative. Then they will keep you from the adulterous woman, from the wayward woman with her seductive words, right? Now, just to be fair, men do this too, okay? But okay, now this next part that's highlighted, it's a parable, okay? I imagine it's a parable. I don't think he really saw it, but teaches a lesson, right? At the window of my house, I looked down through the lattice, saw among the simple, I noticed among the young men a youth who had no sense. He was going down the street near her corner, walking along in the direction of her house, as the day was fading, as the dark of night set in. Then a woman came out to meet him, dressed like a prostitute, right, with crafty intent. There's a note over here about that. Prostitutes dressed differently then, so you could tell who they were. Right? She was dressed like a prostitute, but she was not a prostitute, right? Crafty and I got lost here. Came out to meet him. There it is. Dressed like a prostitute with crafty intent. She is unruly and defiant. Her feet never stay home. Now in the street, now in the squares, at every corner she lurks. She took hold of him and kissed him with a brazen face. She said, "Today I have filled my vows, and I have food from my fellowship offering at home, so I came out to meet you. I looked for you and have found you. I have covered my bed with colored linens from Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deeply of love till morning. Let's enjoy ourselves with love. My husband is not at home." See, she is married. "He has gone on a long journey. He took his purse filled with money, and he will not be home till full moon," right? Beginning of the month. Right? So let's 14. Okay. Peace offerings fulfilled her vows. Because that in peace offerings a portion returned to them that offered, she showeth him that she had meat at home to make good cheer with, or else she would use some cloak of holiness till she had gotten him in her snares. Right. Oh, peace offerings is they which declare that harlots outwardly will seem holy and religious, because they may the better deceive others, and also thinking by observing ceremonies and offerings to make their satisfaction for their sins, right? This day she's paid her vows, she's made her peace offering, right? And when you made a peace, you went to the church, they sacrificed an animal to cover your sins. It covered them, it didn't forgive them, it covered them. And they gave you meat to take home, and it had to be eaten that day, okay? It couldn't be saved, it had to be eaten that day. So she says, "I have meat at home, but we have to eat it," right? There's other notes in here. Till the full moon. So, and it calls her harlot over here. Okay, harlots and prostitutes are different. Okay? Harlot doesn't do it for the money. Okay. Okay, 21. With persuasive words she led him astray. She seduced him with her smooth talk. All at once he followed her, like an ox going to slaughter. This is all part of the An ox going to slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose, till an arrow pierces his liver, like a bird darting into a snare, little knowing it will cost him his life. Right? That's something you never get around that. Okay, you never get over that. Now then, my sons, listen to me and pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways, or stray into her paths. Many are the victims she has brought down. Her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is a highway to the grave, leading down to the chambers of death. That kind of thing. If you do it once and think you get away with it, you will do it again and again and again. And that is the snare. That is the trap. Okay? Pretty soon, in other chapters, it says you will be found out in front of everybody. It says the assembly of the community. Okay? Everybody will know you are an adulterer. So that's the one lesson for today. Yeah, like I said, it's a single subject with a parable. And he does talk about this a lot. It was a prevalent problem. Okay? They had little else to do back then except work and go to church and keep their vows. Right? They didn't have entertainment like they do now. Okay. The Romans did. Okay. Well, they didn't. Weren't Romans back here. I mean, this was Solomon. He was king, and they didn't have circuses. Okay. And contests, games, and stuff. They just. Yeah. So this was a problem. Okay? Yeah. Tomorrow, you notice tomorrow starts it out the same again. Wisdom calls out. This is wisdom herself, and we'll get into that tomorrow. You can really see Jesus in chapter 8. So, well, there you have it. I think we're on chapter 9 of our Through the Bible, the New Testament in a year. Yep, chapter 9. Second part of chapter 9. Yeah, chapter 9 goes for 3 days, 62 verses in one thing. Deep into Jesus' ministry. So, there you have it. So, there you go. Yeah, if you can catch up on any you may have missed, they're all down there in every version you can think of. We've done these studies 20 times now. So, but there you have it. Stay tuned later today. We'll do Through the New Testament in a year. But until next time, keep the faith. See ya.